Yeah, now I guess you can hear me. So, yeah, what is this stream about? It is not only about like me just like kind of doing code today. I want to take something else. Like today, the concept of today is basically sort of how to land a let's say 25 plus uh, lakhs job today. Like in today's market, or like how you can basically plan your next 2 or 3 months. If like and like this is a guide only for people. Okay, wait, I will. This certainly isn't visible what I am writing, so I need to move this a little closer. Uh, and then I can move this light also a little bit here, here. Yeah, now it's a little bit more dark, intense, and like, but I guess it's readable now. I say no, it is not. Now there are chances that it is readable. Yeah, fuck it. If it is this, if this is visible, then I may have to move a little bit of laptop, everything closer. Need this. Oh wait, I will write, I guess, a little bigger, and then I can turn on this light. I can just turn off this. Don't need this. Yeah, it's still visible. So I will write a little big. I will write a little big. Uh, no need to, I guess, hold this so close. This much is fine, so that all of the board is also visible, and then everything is visible. So I'll just write something, and then let me check. Let's see if that is readable. Yeah, I guess now it is visible. Yeah, so I guess I have to write with this big. Okay, cool. Rest everything is not required right now, so I will just remove them. This is required. This is my daily stuff. Whatever I do daily, that's also not visible for some reason. Find somewhere. All right, I guess this much is visible. Let's check. I can just uh, all right. Let's get to the topic now. What is this like stream about? Let me just first tell you that. So this is stream for people on how to get 25 plus lakhs of package after you already have 15 plus lakhs. All right. So see, now this is a guide exclusively only for people who are actually earning currently like 15 lakhs or plus amount of rupees right now with their daily jobs like as their main source of income. Now they want to increase their income for like more than 25 lakhs in just 2 months, which is actually a pretty good goal to keep, because like see, your income or like your career doesn't grow like this. It doesn't grow like this. uh, in jobs it used to, but today with the help of AI or like with the help of like things there, uh, actually your income should rise like this. Like if you are, let's say, 0, so then it goes to 10, and then if you are like at 10, then if you go a little bit beyond, then it goes to 15, and then you take another jump, you go 25, then you take another jump, and then you 75. Like these are the jumps which take, and then you be constant at that position for a while. This is how actually the income works. This is how actually your uh, sort of income grows as you jump like ships, jump like companies and everything. But this won't be pretty much available for almost everyone to go ahead and like crack a 25 lakh plus job within like 2 months, because like uh, okay, let's break down ki, like how to get there, like what is the path first, and then I will tell you like ki, what are different ways you can actually achieve that income. And then also lastly we are going to see is how much of income is actually required. Yeah. And then lastly we are going to discuss is like how much income actually you need to be like coming from a daily job, and then what's a good balance basically. So yeah, also before starting up, I would like to clarify that I am not currently earning 25 plus lakhs, but like this is a way which I'm going to try out. So obviously now you can go ahead and like stop this video and then like just be like work on yourself, and then maybe try to get a 25 lakhs plus of job, or like wait for it, like wait 6-7 minutes, something like that. In that meanwhile I will explain you everything about like how income is working, and then how you can improve it and everything. So then you can actually see it, how you can also plan, maybe you will get some new ideas. And then I'm going to obviously try it out in the next 2 months, so you can see it how it pans out. All right. So one thing which we have to do is like before we even go, like before we kind of make this as a statement like I want 25 plus lakhs of job, how to get there, and like what are the who are the people actually who are getting this kind of income. Let's just look at those first. So first people are like the one who are like specialist in, let's say, something. I will mark this as point 1. Specialist. Okay, so either you can become a specialist in something and like kind of do your job there. Now this requires you to be at least like 5+ years of experience to like 7+ years of experience. Or like there is another way, which is like you crack a product based company. Product based company. Now what, how do you kind of crack this product based company? There are very like kind of clear ways you can do that. So see, the name of the game with AI is that okay, let's first list down the ways through which you can get any other ideas, and like if we get any other ideas we will add it to the list. But I mean while I talk, because like mostly I get ideas when I talk, and when I talk it and writing it down, it kind of creates and generates new ideas. So yeah. Okay. So second is like if you work in a product based company, even if like let's say you are like a beginner or something, like, even if like let's say you are like 1 or 2 years of experience, but if you can show them that you are that much worth, they're willing to pay that much amount of money to you. So yep. Third way of you earning a 25 lakhs plus of job. I'm saying like this. Okay, there are two routes: is job, and then there is another path called income. So like 25 lakhs is a number. It's like an amount. Now this can be achieved in obviously two ways. first is gonna be a job, and then another one is gonna be a like a income source. So I guess these two are the only ways through which you can actually go ahead and like become a corporate employee or like an employee sort of, and like kind of earn this much amount of money. And then like this obviously grows ahead, and like as more you progress, as more you grow, you can go ahead and do that. In order to become a specialist, what you need to do is like first become like a 5-year experienced guy in it, a 7-year experienced guy in it. You need to know your shit basically. Like let's say if, even if you're like let's say front end developer, you can actually crack a 25 plus lakh rupees of job, because like people do pay money, people do raise money these days, and they want good engineers with them. How you can prove it? Let's create a path for it also. But like then how a product based company works, that I'm also going to tell you. Both of them are like in the same way, only the same hustle is there basically. It's just like here your number of years of experience will come into the picture, and like that will earn your job, and here like your skills will actually outshine everyone, and then like can get your job. So what are the requirements for these two, both of them? Is that like for both of them, now this is something which is coming from like Harkirat Singh. I saw his video, and this is what he also suggested, is that like you need to have open source contributions. Now this is like for requirement side. Requirements as in like the things which you need to like check. You're like, okay, are you doing open source contributions, something like that, like something which you have to do in order to be in that position that you might get hired, or like people might come and like see your resume little bit like with a little bit of more seriousness than just like other guys, right? Now one is the open source contribution should be there. Second now should be your resume. Now this is for like this is for now interview. There are two the process is like this. First you get selected, and then you get an interview. For getting selected, and then these are the requirements, and then I'm gonna list down resume requirements also. This is nothing but just a high ATS scoring resume. Just that. It's simple. It's nothing higher or nothing lower. So yeah. Now a open source contribution, you need to have open source contributions in like libraries which are like kind of good. Like let's say if there is Axios, then you need to have contributions in Axios or something like that, like basically which are like top deep tech stuffs, so that like which actually shows you like how confident first of all you are with your skills. Secondly, how much do you know your shit. Like if you can contribute to let's say a library which is being used a lot in your domain, let's say if you are in front end development, or like let's say if you're in let's say if you're in front end development, and let's say if you use React a lot, so can you maybe go ahead and like see React is also an open source project, right? So you can go ahead and read its code, how it is built, how you can build a React, like maybe you can go ahead and like see how you can build your own React, and then like kind of try to see what are the issues which either you can pick up, or like if you realize you can pick up, and that will only come with experience and building scalable products. That's why specialist job is like something which will is like very much valued these days over these guys, because like for these guys to hire someone, for like anyone to get hired these days, it's very easy. You need to build a resume, and you need to build your resume in a very clear and clean way, so that like people can actually see your profile and everything, and now you can get selected basically in any company. But the experience of person in like a high stake situation is going to be like really crazy. Now if you want to get to this, like let's say a big high income statement, there are two ways for it. First is like you can get selected in a company, and for that you need to practice this interviews very easy. Like this is the stuff which you have to like grind towards. Basically be good at tech interviews. If you just become good at tech interviews, you're gonna nail your job. There are people who have just known DSA and they have got into Google. Now since they ended up in Google, they are basically having these high stake situations with them. They are handling some high stake situations with them, and now they can actually go ahead and like say, oh wow, I know how to do this, oh wow, I know how to do that. So like they know all these different things. It's just they were like at the right place in the right time, and they got selected in big companies, they got some big tags, and they got like big experience with them. Like at, like, let's say if you work at JP Morgan, then you might know how to scale a, let's say, what is load balancer, and then how you can scale it. Like these mini basic stuff, which you will only face when you are like working at that level of scale. If you're not working at that level of scale, you might not even know those things. So that's like one of the big kind of advantage you have over other people. That like if you have worked, even if your income is not that high, but if you have worked in a high pressure, high demand in place skill, like a product based company, even if your income is low, you might end up in becoming a good resource to someone else's company, who might say like, okay, yeah, we are going from 1000 users to 10,000 users. This guy has already scaled systems which have worked at 25,000 25 or 30,000 users, so I guess I can contact this guy. Like that, those are the things which you need to learn, and those are the things which you have to go and like build. So now how do you get in this is like, see, first you either get really good at giving tech interviews. Tech interviews is nothing but just like grind lead code, and then another one is like basically grind just grind lead code, grind build projects, basically build some deep tech projects, as in like if uh, like you should be able to like scale a AI model which is like running at like 100 users to like 10,000 users, and then like keeping the number of tokens low, how you implement that, and basically this will get you the foot in your door. These are the things which you need to do. Now second approach is, which is a product based company. Now this is a little tricky thing, because like this always work on like, so there is only one way of this, or like the one of the most safest ways of this is like to get selected in a YC based company. Now YC based companies are known for their sort of fast moving capability, and if you can show them that yeah, you are a fast based candidate and you can contribute more to their organization than anyone else, it's a good chance for you to get hired. So like basically they are also open source contributions in like their own libraries, or like libraries which are there. If you are, let's say, an intern at some place, or if you are like already working at some place with like with some job, best way to get started in open source is actually apply for GSOC, and then like kind of best way is this, because like other ways are there, like you can go ahead and contribute, but that would only waste your time, because like you might not end up learning a lot while you should actually. So your first aim, if you are, let's say, already working at a 15 lakhs plus of job in like, let's say, a product based company, or like let's say a small scale company, then you can just go ahead and like use your GSOC and then get into a good job, basically. That's very simple. Now all right, so the next thing is, now this was like all on the basis of the job side of things, because like now people are there but they want to like do your job, right? Like let's say a job which earns you like 25 lakhs rupees is like fine, you can go ahead and earn that much amount of money, it's not a big deal. And I already told you the ways you can actually go ahead and land up a good tech job like in today's day and age and day and market. But yeah, okay, apart from that, since AI is there and AI can solve like almost all the problems we solve in tech, or almost all the problems we solve in like, it might not be able to find that problem right now, but it obviously like nudges you in that right direction always, like, but if you nudge it in like a right direction, it might end up finding that solution. So like this cockiness of being a 100x developer who can solve any problem, is that notion, I guess, will be gone in like, let's say, next 6 to 8 months. So the only way you can now build or like kind of go ahead and like survive in your tech jobs is by being a high agency person. Now what do I mean by being a high agency person? is by like if let's say if you are a person who don't know about tech, let's say if you don't know anything about tech, you are just like a guy who doesn't know like jack shit about tech, let's say. But now you, like, with the help of ChatGPT or AI, like any tool basically, Gemini also some for some reason, but ChatGPT only. Other tools for learning, I haven't tried them, so I don't know if those work or not. But like ChatGPT for learning is very very good. You can go ahead and, like, if you're a high agency person, then you can start to learn a craft, start to learn, let's say, JavaScript, start to learn, let's say, React, and then within just like 2 years you will be like at a crazy level of goodness. Why? Because like earlier people used to take 1 year to learn just JavaScript, HTML, CSS, web dev, and then like Express and everything, just this stuff. And then you might, like, let's say, okay, but I am jobless. Okay, for you, if you are jobless, then it's kind of it's also like easy a little bit, like these days. Like again, for that, like, it's easy. Go ahead and like just open ChatGPT, start learning your tool, start learning a tool, start learning, let's say, anything about tech, because like tech is the very safest and easiest career to kind of get into. And then like it's a very respectful job, like you kind of solve problems, so like people look to you, okay, this guy is smart and all, and at the same time you earn like good amount of money. So that's like very very good way for you to like kick off a good career. If you're, let's say, confused about like different things, like, okay, should I use that, should I use this or anything, so it's just like you need, if first way I would say go into tech. It's a very like really good job. Other jobs are there, but like, see, job of a designer, to get into a job of a designer, let's say a interior designer, or like, let's say a what can you say, fashion designer, or like let's say a UI UX designer, which is again a software development role only. But like still, these jobs might like are like kind of um, collapsing, sort of like collapsing, as in like there are two things. um, the way where the way they are collapsing is that a lot of designers, if like a lot of developers, if they have a good design sense, they can now design good websites and develop them and solve the issues. Recently I got a client which actually offered me to, like, since I am a little bit into design, like I used to do design professionally, and since I do development professionally now, so he was like, if you know so much of design, can you come and fix our website, like can you fix the entire flow, can you fix the entire thing, and then basically solve it for us, so that like we are able to not only like fix the design of this application, but at the same time we need to also fix the CSS bugs we are facing, because it was a vibe coded application. I tweeted about this also. But yeah, that's how basically things are. Like, design is not just design, it's design engineers which are becoming more and more like useful for the companies to hire. It's less of just developers or less of just designers, it's like design engineers. And then like there is another one, another place, like let's say interior designing is also collapsing a little bit. It's because like people want to build their house, but like they know this, like, okay, yeah, if you haven't worked at like a, let's say, big company or like a big startup, if you don't know how the process works of that, how it will like get constructed, you might face a little bit of issues, because like nobody will hire you if you don't know how these things are built. So you might have to go on site and then learn more of engineering also there, like how to actually design, but at the same time take care of the engineering. Okay, yeah, if like this is the place, this is the place which I have to redecorate for some reason, so what are the ideas, what are the things I should add, and then how I can add them in a most efficient way. So like that, like design, that's why it's also collapsing into like engineering, because like again, engineers weren't good at design, they are getting good at design with the AI. In design, designers who had like some interest in engineering, they are also able to develop applications. So like they're able to also get this knowledge of that very easily, very accessibly. So it's like kind of, that's why like the jobs are combining into one now. That's what, like, at least for the next 5 years we will see like these roles coming up. might not be possible like in like next 1 year only we will see this change, but like, let's say in 5 years, because like you have to like focus on your 5 year plan, because like, anyways if you start your graduation right now, or let's say if you are already graduated, but like you have to take your you have to kind of go ahead and plan your 5 years plan. For that you may require to actually go ahead and like quote unquote like sit down and plan your like 5 years plan. And that is why I am saying like these jobs are collapsing, as in like these are not going to collapse right now, but like in like next say 5 years these are definitely going to collapse. Back to the topic. How to now back to the topic. The topic was basically how to get like a 25 lakh rupees plus of an income if you already are earning, let's say in your job, or like let's say if you are already earning like some amount of money with you. Now you can how you can increase your income just like within 2 months. Now the first was the job route, which I already told. Basically, let's say if you are a specialist in and you have like let's say 5 or 6 years of experience in any field. Trust me when I say in any field, as in any field. If you are let's say even good at CAD, or let's say even if you are good at let's say what we can say Web3 also. Web3 has like no applications, so like that's why that field is collapsing. But in Web3 also you might not only just develop their like layers. If you are really good at it, you might find jobs there in like deep Web3 if you are good at it. And like if you check off these requirements or these contribution lists, first of all, if you have like got into any GSOC of a Web3 company, or like GSOC as in like it's just very simple thing, but like if even if not GSOC, but like have you made any open source contributions in it, then you're good. You might find up your job. If you don't find the job, not an issue. You know your skills, you know how things work, you can learn another thing. You know the basic of languages, like let's say if you are working on Solana, then you might know a lot of JavaScript, then you might know a lot of Rust, you might know a lot of C++. Let's say if you are going in those trenches there, you might know all these things. That's where like you might go ahead and like apply for these kind of jobs, because the money is not gone, money is evaporating a little bit, but like since you all know like JavaScript, you can switch to like let's say web dev, because like you might have developed this application, then you can show it to the interviewer and get a job. But like yeah, this is a way you can actually go ahead and earn good amount of money through job. Now the second and the more interesting part, which actually I am gonna execute in like next 2 months, that's a part which I guess is gonna be there for like let's say it's not just creating like a job, like or like let's say if you just want to become a good person, like as in like development wise or anything, this can actually go ahead and like generate actual income, which is like even if you're let's say jobless, or let's say even if you are let's say not earning any amount of money, you can still do this to actually get your foot in your door. And at the same time you can actually go ahead and like basically increase your, but like let's say if you're doing a job, it will increase your income, or else like if you are not in a job, then it will create some income for you. Now to create an income stream, this is like basically 25 lakhs, but not in just job perspective, but like in income perspective, how to get there. This is where the things are little bit of kind of very much open to everyone. And again, the name of the game is like I wiped it out right now, but like I'll just write it up again. It's basically high agency. If you have high agency, this path might end up working for you. Now since you already have like AI tools available with you, AI tools as in like Flux is there, Hugging Face is there. Hugging Face is just a platform where all these AI models or open source AI models, or like people go ahead and like even closed source AI models, but they share like their models and you can just test it out quickly. That's what Hugging Face is. So you can go ahead and like see a lot of research and development is being done on AI, so you need to be upfront on it. Maybe you can create a tool for it which takes you every day, which like scouts every day Hugging Face for you and then categorizes those things and then shows it to you. So like those kind of mini applications you can start building there. Now how to actually increase your income by, let's say currently I'm targeting only 10 lakh rupees. I'm not targeting much amount of money, but like let's say if you are not audio clear nahi, okay, audio clear nahi hai. Is it clear now? um, hope it's clear now. और लाइक अगर नहीं है तो मे बी कुछ इशू हो सकता है, बट या anyways I guess I had to take a look like why it is not, because like I've seen this issue for a while now. I've changed microphone इसके कारण uh, maybe maybe because of this just switch it from smartphone of hello. Yeah, I guess now it might be fixed. I don't know. I will just wait. Clear नहीं आ रहा है. Then just the fan and turn on AC itself. I'll wait for a few minutes. Finish it up and then maybe turn on the AC. But yeah. All right. Now the audio might be clear. Give me a heads up if it is clear. But yeah. Anyways, let's start with the income piece. Income. How you can earn 10 lakh rupees plus of income. पहले जैसा I will take a look at it maybe in the next stream. Like after this done, I will take a look at it. But yeah, income wise, again very simple. First is like there are three ways you can actually go ahead and do this. Is like, so how income works, or how your basically income works in a sort of quote unquote business, because like income comes from business only. Income doesn't come from, let's say, your any place which is like not done. So but oh, okay, is it clear now? Is it clear now? Give me a heads up if it is clear now. I'll wait. Then I guess audio bitrate might be a little low. Audio bitrate might be a little low, I guess. That may be an issue. Audio bitrate. Bitrate. Okay. So increase audio bitrate of this. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Maybe I'll do a test stream and I will fix it. Currently, I know what I'm speaking, so maybe if you want to know it, you can read it from the whiteboard for now. Because I don't know. Actually, I should finish this up quickly. It's already been 35 minutes. I cannot speak for more than let's say 10 more minutes, and it will just kill me. So yeah. Okay. Let's go and then finish it off. Income. Now your income grows. Your income doesn't grow like, let's say, like this, like the way your job grows. Basically, like first you crack this and then you crack another job and then you kind of go ahead one by one, and then eventually like you kind of increase your income. That's not how a business or sort of like an income source works. Income sources work in a very different fashion, and they work in a very linear fashion. Or you might end up like going viral, or like some effect might happen and that might like increase your income by exponential. But the effort is very much constant. The results are very much constant only, like on a day-to-day basis. So let's say it's just as simple as running, like a simple analogy of it is like running a shop. you open the store daily. Some days it might go down, some days it may go up. The more items you pick, the more income you're gonna have. The more accurate items you're gonna list in your shop, the more you're gonna sell. The more, like, basically it's just sales techniques, like how efficient you are, or how, like, basically your income works. It's less like I don't need to tell you this, because like that's like a basic observation you do when you see any business. So your income grows like this. So for this you have to put in like efforts daily. How do you put, and like how do you put this efforts daily, and then where do you put these efforts daily? I will categorize this in two options. Like, first is no investments, no investments, and then the another one is investments. Basically these income sources require like no investments, and then like these income sources which require no investments. First of the no investments and then investments. First we'll look at the no investments one, because like those are very easy and you can start with that easily. First is like a SMM agency. Whoa, what is that, if you might ask? It's a very kind of a very trendy thing which is happening, which is like you go ahead and like manage social media platforms for like different people. Like, let's say if you are working for a small company, and then they will pay you to handle their social media, because like social media is actually getting traffic, it is actually getting sales. So if you know about how to market things to people using social media, it might be a really good agency which you can do. Even if you are, let's say, in a tech career, you can still do it, because like eventually it is going to help you. Second, or like this is like exclusively for tech, and this is like basically you can build your own digital products. There is really cool girl which I followed today, digital products basically. Now these digital products are like not just tools. Let's say if you are like, let's say, a video editor, and if you know like, okay, this is a very specific demand in this field, and I can solve this by actually providing this as like, let's say, a small service, or like, let's say if I know that this could be a solved thing with like with this approach. You can go ahead, let's say one of the requirements which I know recently is like motion graphics. So like, let's say there are a lot of motion graphics in a video. So if you can create, let's say, an AI model which can create these motion graphics, that's a really high demand tool. Let's say if you don't know how to create these AI models, it's not an issue. You can go ahead and like increase your knowledge about these things. Even if you fail, anyways, you might end up in a job. Yeah, not an issue. So if we, and also like in order to make them as profitable as like earning like 10 lakh rupees just in 2 months, you have to go ahead and like increase the, I feel like I am in which didn't sign up for. Yeah, yes you are. Yes, it's just as simple as that. You didn't sign up for this, but you're getting it free. It's actual information. It's not like your just like lectures of people who don't know their shit. Basically, it's not coming from some person who doesn't know these things, or who doesn't has worked on these things. It's coming from a person who's actually doing these things. So if you ask the right questions, you might get good answers. But yeah, anyways, let's go to the next part. First is social media agency. Second is a digital product. Like, let's say if you create a digital product, you can sell it. Notion templates is one of the good ways you can earn money. Then there is like tools such as like simple tools, basically, which you can vibe code it out like on a weekend. Let's say a task management application, or let's say a style application that's very much required. If you know how to style people, you might create an application through which like people can select their own clothes, and then like kind of, or let's say even if you don't want to do that, very simple and very effective way for you to create your own fashion related income stream. Or that's a gap basically. It's basically this. Let's say do you know about newsletters? If you know about newsletters, or like search about newsletters, basically like if you create a fashion newsletter, in which you have to not share anything, you just have to share like, let's say, your top 10 pins of this week. What are the things trending, what are things not trending? You can analyze this on your phone. You just need to write this up on your laptop, or let's say even not even on your laptop. You just need to write this up, and then basically like just send to people who sign up for your newsletter, because people want this. And uh, even I can say I would sign up for like this for like, let's say 100 or 200 rupees per month, like a page, because like if you can send me actual links of products which I need to buy, for me, I would like to pay for it. Like that, there are a lot of people who would like to pay for you to act as their stylist. So if you are good with that, and how do you get these people? Very, very simple. Go ahead and go make reels on Instagram, on Pinterest also. Like, go ahead and make these reels. Okay, yeah, these are my top 15 picks for this week, not month. I'm saying about weeks, because like people like to stay updated per week, and that's where like they see like, okay, yeah, this much information I'm getting out of it, so I should pay for this. Now this newsletter is not just for the people who are like, they already know their clothing style, or like they're just looking for the new things. No, it's not for them. It's also for them to like, what is that extra touch which actually people are looking for. What I have realized, or what I have understood, is that like people are looking for things, as in like they want to know how to style themselves. Like, what are the, like, how do you style it basically? Like, let's say you should wear earth tones, you should not wear like, let's say, flashy colors if your skin tone is like this, or let's say if your skin tone is like that. All this information people want to know, but people don't want to invest so much time into that. And like, if you can, and like, one of the biggest things which happens in fashion is that like people want links, people want place to buy it directly, people don't want to get it tailored, people don't want to get it like done from someone like who is expert. They don't want that. They want to do it as quick as possible. They don't have time. They want links. If you can provide these links in your fashion newsletter, it's going to be amazing. These all things require no investment. If even if you like, let's say if you are not able to set it up or anything, you can contact me. I will help you set it up, and I'll help you basically build it. But like, it's less like how do you build it? So college, as in like, what's the, what do you mean by that? Be a little discreet. Anyways, but like these kind of tools are there. Obviously you can start with no investment, and then you can obviously go ahead and like, let's, if you don't have a tool with you which can actually, like, these are like one of the good ways I know it can build products. Second are the investment products, like, which would require some kind of investment from your end. These are the tools which basically you need to kind of go ahead and like, okay, yeah, so you were asking about college. Can you be a little more discreet? What do you mean by college? Yeah, would like to help you there, but like, what exactly do you mean by college? Oh, okay. Acted. All right, yeah, not an issue. But yeah, fashion newsletters are there, like design newsletters are there. People want links. Again, name of the game is people want links. If you can do that, it would be okay. You can go ahead and like build it basically on site. And this is all like, these are all side incomes. These are not a mainstream of incomes. You can do this on side. Even if, let's say, you get into a job, or even if, let's say, you are doing college on your side, you can do this on side. These are all side incomes. And now this could increase your income basically to 25 lakhs plus. And now this would stay for you until you stop working. So that's why like I like this approach even more beyond than just going after a company or like doing your shit like this, because like this might go ahead and increase your income, but like in a very short term, and then you might have to like chase that thing for a long time. This might actually increase your income, but at the same time, you know what you're doing, you know how to build it, you know, you are like at the most creative you are, like you are like at the most creativity you are with. So like that. All right, next thing, with investments, how do you increase your income with your investments? Well, this is something which might not interest a lot of people, but like, let's say if you are already earning some money, this is a very good thing. Currently, if you are, let's say, earning, so 90 to 80% of your income should directly go in the markets. Like, as in like, currently the market is at lowest, and it might go a little low, but like not very much low, because like, again, it is like at a point that it can either go and crash it out, obviously, but like that's not going to happen, because like our income has been so much inflated itself, and like our government is doing such a fabulous job. People are bashing Nirmala Sitaraman, people are bashing Modi for like increasing taxes on these things, and he's not building anything, he's like doing this Hindu, that's all bullshit. Our government is the most stable government which entire world has seen in last 15 years. This is what Trump is doing with America right now. We had done this in our last 10 years, like last 10 years of like Modi run. We had already done this. That's why we are at like the most stable right now. Incomes are collapsing. Vietnam is at a point of collapse. Bangladesh already collapsed. These were the only two competitors which we had. Vietnam is like still winning because like they are really hardworking guys, and at the same time they are like creating some income. But like I don't see market going down. That's what I see. That's what I wanted to tell. So like 80 to 90% blindly just invest in market. If even if you don't want to invest in market, best way, buy gold. You have a partner, buy gold for them. Whatever it is, buy gold with 80 to 90% of your income. Rest 10% you can go and enjoy. Rest 10% is like okay, yeah, you can now go ahead and like let's say buy a, like if you save enough money, then you can go and buy some products. Let's say some clothes, some good clothes. Let's say go on a trip. However much you save, and this is gonna like increase your income. How much are these? This income is gonna increase. It's not gonna be in a very short term because gold is a very slow moving asset. It will not move like ऐसा भाई तुम्हारा एक महीने में 5% बढ़ गया. It's not gonna move like that. It's gonna move like ऐसा 1%, 1.5%, फिर से 0, फिर 1%, 1.5%, फिर 0, फिर 1%, 1.5%, 0. It's like gonna increase like that. So it's a very slow moving asset. So like वो 10 साल बाद तुमको मतलब income देगा. So it's like this kind of income. Basically like a very straightforward and like a very linear income. After like a lot of time, you might go ahead and like see like some results. FD मत करो. FD करना है like okay हाँ. I would say if you are in your first year of income, let's say in your job, don't go and invest directly. नहीं वो नहीं करना, directly मत करना. Until unless you already have a really rich like family. If you don't have, first save this money in your bank account. 10 लाख रुपए you जमा करो वैसा. 10 lakh rupees is like a safety net money which you need to arrange anyhow, and like that's the money which you need to have like at least to have a respectful death, I would say. मैं उतना वर्ष तक गिर जाता हूँ because I don't want to waste any more time कि like हाँ उसमें आप सर्वाइव कर सकते हो 6 महीने के लिए, 8 महीने के लिए, 9 महीने के लिए. भाई आप सर्वाइव 6 महीने, 8 महीने, 9 महीने के लिए आप 2,000 रुपये, 5,000 रुपये भी कर सकते हो पर मंथ. We in India, we live in India, and here like there is like income is like very staggered. Money doesn't work like how money works in other countries. Money works very differently in India. Some places like which are like let's say small places like Nagpur, Gondia, Akola, like Amravati also, and then like your compared to like Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, income works very differently, and then you can survive with like 5,000 rupees per month in just like a living in Gondia at some place which is like having you to pay rent of 2.5 thousand rupees per month. So it's very like you can earn that much amount of money. You are skilled enough. You know, like if you know English, you can earn that much amount of money. So you don't need to go ahead. But like this 10 lakh rupees is gonna be very much like even if let's say you lose a job, or even if let's say you do, if nothing works out, let's say you have some college debt, because like college will also like because you have invested so much amount of money in your college, like you might invest like around 4.5 to 5 lakh rupees just in college. You need to also pay back to your father and your mother, right? So 1 lakh rupees of salary per month is very much generous to pay them back. So that's 10 lakh rupees. It's for them, it's for you, it's for your family, it's not for anyone else. After you have crossed this 10 lakh rupees of mark, now you are free. Now you go ahead and invest 90% in your gold. You are in your 20s, you are young, you are foolish, you are healthy. So you can go ahead and increase your income like that. Second, or another way of investing your money. Now this is a very tricky thing. If let's say 80 to 90% of your income goes here, there is another source of investment, and that's like owning a local business. What do you mean by owning a local business? Is this basically there are a lot of small businesses which we already have in our like let's say contact. Let's say there are businesses which actually go ahead and like make papad and sell it. like let's say make pani puri and sell it. But here the twist is that you are young, you know how internet works. You're not going to sell directly to the customer, you're going to sell through internet. That way you're already saving a lot of money. So like that you can invest and build your own side income in that way, basically like owning a local business. So one of the good ideas there is like actually start a puri company, as in like you don't make pani puris or like on stalls, you make only puris and then you supply these puris to other people. You manufacture these puris via automation. Let's say there are a lot of machines which you can buy. These machines will get you income, and through this basically you can earn like around 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees of stable income per month. This is again a little bit logistics heavy companies. So if you can find a good source of income, it might work, but if you don't, then it's also fine. Owning a local business, again, it's a very tricky thing, but it's something which will actually eventually help you to mean owning a local business, as in like even if it's your shop, then like owning a let's say a local bakery, a small cute bakery, or let's say opening a called mocha bar. Mocha bar, as in like just you just supply matcha, let's say to people, or let's say boba tea, some people like that. People are there. You just need to observe and then like understand. This will create income for you. But at the same time, it will also teach you very, very important and essential information to run any kind of business. If you learn that, you might be able to run any kind of business at any place, at any time. You can do whatever you want. Yes. So yeah, these are the only ways you can actually go ahead and like build your income. So yeah, like bar as in like there are like mocktail bars, right? Like that. Bar is just like a analogy, as in like you can go ahead and like see like look at like how bar works. It's not by just having people come and then drink and then go out. No, that's not how bar works. Bar works on a community. Bar works on an ecosystem. Bar works like if one person comes, then his friends come and they drink together. And then while they drink together in the like let's say a group, they might end up like drinking more than what they used to. That's a culture which is missing in a non-alcoholic drinks market. If you can create that, it would be really, really good, because then there are a lot of hungry, foolish college kids who like to go to these places, who like to go out and hang out with people, who want to like kind of, they have a lot of time with them, they have a lot of free money with them. You can go and capitalize on them. At the same time, you can also capitalize on people who want some privacy, and you can deliver that. Like a lot of plays are there. This is like just owning a cafe and then business, but like I don't like this kind of businesses. This is just an idea, very raw idea. Mocha bar, if you can figure out a way to not own a place but like create this kind of income, it would be crazy. And one way I can think of it right now is like actually organizing these events, sort of like basically you hire a cafe for a day, you invite people on just like exclusive basis, like okay, these are like only 15 people, like kind of crowd, sort of. You organize these events, you give them food, you give them money, you give them easy income, and that's how sort of like kind of you can go ahead and like use that. So I just got a text. Mm. Yes. So owning a business, local business, it's gonna be amazing. I don't know. It's a good text which I received. Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was good. It was a good text. All right. Owning a local business. How do you go ahead and like own a local business? So yeah, one of the good ways. one of the crazy actually good opportunity for anyone who is actually a girl, or let's say is like, now you can go ahead and like start creating these small dating pools. What do I mean by that is like, people don't trust Bumble these days, people don't trust Tinder these days, people don't trust matrimony sites these days, but people would like to pay 100 or 200 rupees for these people mixers, and through that you can actually increase your income by like every week. So is blushing, uh, I don't know, it is because any day. Alright, okay, so yeah, these dating applications can be one of the good ways to actually start your own side hustle. So yeah, apart from that, there are a lot of like events which happen, like let's say blood donation camps and all these. So they require people to volunteer. You can just bring people in, show them like the way how they can volunteer. Oh, fuck. But yeah, uh, but yeah, fuck it. Yeah, these are the basic ways for creating like a investment. Like this would require some kind of investment. You might have to go ahead and book a cafe. You might have to go ahead and like book a place. You might have to go ahead and like hire a small team to keep it sustainable. But yeah, these are all the ways. What I'm gonna do in the next 2.5 months, maybe these income streams, I may not unlock them in like next 1 month, but I will show. I will start. I will maybe I will build this, but like that I will start only after 2 months. This I will be starting this month. So yeah, keep an eye like on me building my social media agency, and then like me building some digital products. Fashion newsletter. Let's collaborate. Let's work on it together. Uh, so yeah, and then this path is like kind of very straightforward. So I'm gonna, like, this is what basically all of the things which I wanted to say are out there now. What I will be doing now is basically create like these different sort of ways, like basically like create a path to which I will be following, and then maybe you can follow along. Yeah, watching this stream. uh, I'll catch you on the flippity flop.